Hello to all you smarter users, my name is Mark Atwood and I'm going to today show you a quick case study on how to create content that's so good people want to share it, and how you can use that to generate social signals and high quality links back to your site and to your content in order to give you higher authority in Google and therefore help everything that you do on your site rank higher in Google and therefore get more traffic, and if it's going to a converting web page, more conversions, more leads, more telephone calls and more sales, and ultimately more profits. So I'm just going to talk you through the concepts of creating infographics. Infographics, if you've not heard of them before, are basically data visualization graphics where you create an image that visualizes data. It's fairly straightforward. People love looking at them. People love consuming data in that way. It's much more interesting than just text on a white background. And people like sharing them when they're good. So in this particular instance, I'm going to show you one that we created earlier in the year called the Irresistible Rise of Google+. Now this particular infographic here, this is my agency website, outwarddigital.com, and this is on the blog, and this is where the first place that we put our infographic. A few words on the design and the style of this, because this is important. You need to be creating stuff that's strong in every respect, strong in terms of its data, strong in terms of its design, strong in terms of what you're saying as well. In this case, we called it the Irresistible Rise of Google+, and then I added this thing, and people rank the new PR. If you know anything about SEO, you'll know that PageRank, or PR, named after Larry Page, was one of the key concepts behind the success of Google in the first place. People rank is my name for what's taking over from that. Other people are calling it Google authority status and other things like that, but people rank is the name that I wanted to get out there. So we took some data. Google Plus was being used by 25% of the global internet population in January 2013, etc. You go down the page, there's more data here that we've visualized like this. Some people complained about the typeface we used, but the reason we used this typeface is because we're going for a late 20s, early 30s style. The reason for that is because, the reason we came up with the title of the Irresistible Rise of Google Plus is because Google are kind of forcing people to use Google Plus because it does enhance your SEO all over the place. That's a subject for another video, but Google Plus is everywhere, and if you are not connecting your content to it, you've got a SEO disadvantage in a nutshell. So I call it the Irresistible Rise, based upon the Bertolt Brecht satirical play about the rise of Adolf Hitler called The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui. Excuse me if I've mispronounced that. I've only ever read it. I've never said it out loud, which is always a risk when you're doing a video instead of writing something. But therefore I've given this an angle, and that the design of that is kind of slightly Nazi style, because my personal opinion is that Google are erring towards becoming an online totalitarian state, a bit like Facebook are. If you look at the level of surveillance they now have when you're logged into Google+, you'll understand what I mean. But putting that to one side, as a business, you need to be thinking about how you can create content that's in a rising market. When I say rising market, I mean on a subject that other people are talking about. Ways to find out what people are talking about in your market. You could go to Topsy, for example, Topsy.com, which aggregates lots of stuff from blogs and Twitter, etc., and the social web, basically, where you can type in a keyword like, I'll try Google Plus, and hopefully show you that, there you go, 3,000 results about Google Plus in the past 12 hours. If I want to look at just tweets, for example, I click on tweets, and then I can find here people talking about Google Plus. And if I went through this, what I'd be looking for is thought leaders, people with regular tweeters, people with high followings, people with blogs, people that we could share this stuff with directly. That's really what the definition of outreach is, trying to get people to share your stuff, and then following that, getting links back from them. But I'll just rewind a little bit back to this infographic. So the first thing we did was we published the infographic on our own blog. Second thing we did is we made it very easy to embed it by putting some embed code at the bottom of it, because that's what we want. We want people to share this. We then also emailed our list and said, hey, check out our infographic. And then what we did then is, you can see on the left-hand side, because of this social plugin, it's generated 44 tweets, 29 Facebook likes, 64 plus ones, 5 LinkedIn shares. The date is the 29th of May. So that's doing quite well in terms of generating some social signals. The next part of the process is there's no point creating content on your site unless you publish it and promote it. This goes for all content. It goes for videos, written content, images like this. Doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I'm just showing an infographic because that's one type of content. But whatever content you're doing needs to have the best chance of success, needs to be extremely high quality, extremely unique, have a voice of its own, and be on a subject or on keywords that are trending or people are talking about at the moment. So in this case, Google Plus was important to us because the kind of links that we wanted to generate for our digital marketing agency are obviously links from business websites, SEO sites, blogs talking about SEO, that kind of thing, blogs talking about Google, because that's the market that we're in. So that's what we try to achieve. So the next part of the process is, once you've got your infographic, is to go to a place like Visually, which I've got here. Visually is probably the world's, I don't know if this is completely true, but it's probably the world's best place for infographics, or at least the most popular. Huge amount of traffic. Great place to put your infographic, and if they like it visually, they put it on the front page, and then it gets a lot more views, and then people get to like it. This has had 1.8 thousand views, 7 likes, 2 comments. But look at all these extra social signals here: 36 Facebook likes, 44 tweets, 271 plus ones, 10 stumbles, 45 pins, 11 LinkedIn shares. Now these social signals are going to this URL, not going to my site. They're going to this URL, which is then in turn linking here to my site. So this is creating a completely natural and healthy set of social links back to my site, which is all helping to add to the authority of my site and everything that ranks on it. There are lots of other sites like Visually. You can email us and we'll send you a list of them, or you can go and look for yourself, and that you can promote your infographics on. Or, for infographics, read video, read YouTube, Dailymotion, Video Jug, whatever the content is. There are lots of places you can promote it. You're looking for something to go viral. Now, a word of warning: infographics don't get shared as much as they did a couple of years ago, when they were kind of the new kid on the block in terms of SEO, but they still generate social signals. In the case of most small businesses online, if you're in a local market especially, you don't need to generate a lot of social signals or a lot of links to outrank pretty much everybody in your marketplace. So this is still a useful, solid tactic for helping to increase the authority of your website. So the next part of the process, after we've published it and promoted it on places like this, is that we want to find out, we know we've generated some social signals, which is great, but then we want to find out if anybody else has published the infographic anywhere on their websites, because Visually, again, like our blog at the bottom, has a click here to embed this graphic on your site, which is simply a case of copying the code, pasting it into a blog, website, whatever, and, basically journalists are lazy. I know that because I used to be one. Bloggers are lazy. Wrong word, lazy. The bloggers can be phenomenally hard working, but the thing is, everybody that has to create content, like bloggers and journalists, want to find other people's content to help them do their job better. So, which is common sense. So if I look here on Google and I type in the irresistible rise of Google Plus, this shows us some of the places it's been published. The first one at the top here, because this site has the most authority, that's why it's ranking 2 places above me and 1 place above Visually, is because this is a very high authority domain. In fact, the page authority on this is 62, the domain authority is 94 according to SEO Mods. That is pretty good. So I'm going to click on this. This is an article written by Heather Leonard, who writes for businessinsider.com. Business Insider, according to Alexa, is something like the 488th most popular website on earth, and the site itself, if we just go to the home page, that's going to take it to the home page. Yeah, you can see down here on my, 7 out of 10. It's got a page rank of 7. That's high. That's pretty high. There's not a lot of sites. It's quite very difficult to get a page rank 7 domain link. So here we go. Heather's taken the title of my infographic, which I take as a big form of flattery, and then she's written her own piece on this, and in that piece she's used a snippet from our infographic, as well as some other stuff here from other content that she's taken from the web, which is all completely normal and completely correct and completely lovely. Now, when we found this article, there was no link to our site, so we simply emailed Heather and said, thank you so much for sharing our infographic, we really appreciate it, glad you liked it, could you possibly give us a link? Which she did, there, and I believe that, no, not there, yeah, 2 links actually from that page. And that's just one powerful link from one powerful website. If I go back in here, you'll see that it's been published on lots of different places. I won't go through all of these now, but you can do this yourself if you're interested, and you can see where else it's been published. Now, you also want to see, this shows you where the title in particular has been used, but you may also want to find out where the image has been produced without them using your title. So the way that we do that is we go back to visually, because this is one of the key places that people are going to be sharing it from, and you can do this on different places where it is shared, and just take the URL of the infographic itself, which is .png. If we copy that and go back to Google, onto Google Images, and type in the URL of the visually version of the image, and then click on search by image, then you'll see where else it's been put. It's been on Pinterest, Google+, and then this one's quite interesting, Diana Huff, 6 days ago. Let's have a quick look. That looks interesting to me. This is kind of the process. You go to look for it, and then obviously this is a blog which is all about SEO, which is terrific. And if I go down, there it is. So there it is, move over clout, Google people rank now key. So I'm extremely happy about this because somebody else is using my terminology. And they've also put, lovely of them, putting in a link. And I think they put this link in without us asking. So Diana, if you're watching this, thank you very much, really appreciate that. Now, what's interesting about this as well is that the page rank of this page is, just look down the bottom there, 4. Another powerful link. Hope you've got the picture. That's mainly how this strategy works. It doesn't matter really if you're producing infographics, videos, or written content, as I've said, or images even. If it's good, people will share it. If they share it, you get social signals. If they embed it, you get links. And that's really what it's all about. And if you want to learn more about internet marketing, then feel free to go to the digital marketing training ground at atwooddigital.com, where you will find out lots of stuff, hours and hours of videos, all designed to make you better at marketing your business online. In the meantime, thank you very much for listening. Thanks to Smarter for letting me put this up. Cheers, guys.